21-year-old Dzhokhar Tsarnaev looks different now from the police picture that went around the world. He's been sitting in federal court watching the extended process of selecting a jury. It was expected to take 3 weeks. It's taken twice as long. The weather's been an issue, finding impartial and fair jurors another. Now with the jury in place, he'll go on trial, pleading not guilty to 20 federal charges, including the use of a weapon of mass destruction. He and his older brother Tamerlan are accused of building and detonating 2 bombs near the finish line of the Boston Marathon in 2013.
Looked like an IED from Afghanistan. I mean, there was one guy lying there with his leg blown off at his thigh. There's another one with a foot blown off.
There was a massive manhunt for those responsible. 3 days after the explosions, the brothers, who'd been identified as persons of interest, were spotted. What followed was a gun battle with police alerted by the fatal shooting of a university police officer. Dzhokhar is also accused of that murder. Tamerlan died in that shootout. Boston was placed on lockdown while the hunt continued for the wounded Dzhokhar. He was eventually captured in a boat sitting in someone's backyard.
There are still many unanswered questions. Among them, why did young men who grew up and studied here as part of our communities and our country resort to such violence?
But prosecutors say Dzhokhar, an ethnic Chechen born in Kyrgyzstan, explained his reasons in a note taking responsibility for the bombings. It was said the act was retribution for US military action against innocent Muslims in Iraq and Afghanistan. US Attorney General Eric Holder, a man who personally opposes capital punishment, authorised seeking the death penalty. It's understood the defence will claim Dzhokhar, who was 19 at the time of the bombings, was influenced by his older brother. They'll claim he was domineering, and without him there would have been no bombing. They hope such a defence will lead to a sentence of life in jail if convicted, rather than the death penalty. Tsarnaev faces being the first person executed by the federal government since 2003. But even if the jury finds him guilty and supports the death penalty, it could be many years and many appeals before it's carried out. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera.